Hey y'all, welcome back to Jaxx Drinkwater Southern Cooking and Barbecue. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how I make my red beans. It's gonna be some of the best red beans that you've ever put in your mouth. No special ingredients here that goes in, but it's all about the tips that I'm gonna give you today. I got at least 4 of them that are gonna make you nail your red beans every single time. To start with, we're starting out with some Conecuh sausage. This is my favorite brand of sausage and it hails from Alabama. I know not everybody can get this sausage. It puts off a lot of flavor. So start out with a good quality sausage, something that is your favorite and something that has a lot of flavor. Before we get started, let me give you tip number 1. And the tip is, and it's also my rule, and it's time. Give your red beans time to cook. Don't just put them in a pan and think they're gonna be ready in 2 hours, because they're not. The longer you cook red beans, the better off they are. So what I like to do with this sausage is, I like to kind of take my time and cut this up. Even though these are little, okay, I like to split these down the middle here. I split them in half and then I'm gonna do my chopping. We're going in with about 2 stalks of celery. And what I like to do, I think it gives these beans a great flavor by using these leaves that are on the top. So don't just go with, you know, the stalk here, go with the entire stalk with the leaves attached. It gives it a great flavor. I'm telling you, trust me on this, folks. So tip number 2 is you're gonna wanna use a good quality bean. I like to use camellia. That's my favorite red bean. That's the only red bean I use. As you can see, I love them so much. I got me a camellia shirt on and it's on the back. This is not a sponsored video. I just like camellia beans. And I use camellia white beans. I use camellia red beans. I use any kind of camellia bean I can find. They get the first pick of their beans. The next thing I like to do is I always soak my beans overnight. Now, I know that's a controversial issue. Some people say soak them. Some people say you don't have to. I'm just telling you, in my experience, it's always worked out when I soak my beans the night before. I've never had a problems with my beans not getting tender. Listen, folks, just soak your beans overnight. They're just sitting there in the refrigerator in water. It doesn't take any more time necessarily than it would if you just threw them in the pot the next morning. Soak your beans, folks. In goes our sausage. We're gonna start browning that up. Don't worry about putting any oil in here or anything like that. The sausage is going to release some grease or oil on its own. Another tip that I have for you is, back to the beans, make sure that you check your beans' best by date. You don't know how long those beans have been sitting in the store, so instead of just picking them up off the shelf and throwing them in your buggy, check that date. And I'm telling you, if you buy old beans, you're gonna get tough beans. Got our sausage browned up. Let's go in with our onion, bell pepper, celery. Give that a stir up. We're gonna saute these vegetables until they get semi-translucent. So we're about halfway there on those vegetables. Now what I like to do is add in a 1/4 stick of butter. And I do that because, not that there's not enough oil or anything in here, because remember the sausage did release that, but I find the butter gives the beans a nice mouthfeel and a little bit of flavor too. All right, I'm gonna add in a big knob of garlic. Whoa. So about 3 cloves of garlic, minced garlic. This is fresh garlic. I just do my garlic in bulk a lot of times and I freeze it. So this is a big clunk of that. And we're gonna just lightly saute that up for about 30 seconds. Our garlic is nice and sauteed up here. We're gonna go in with 1 can of hot Rotel. Just give that a little stir, okay? Now, the next tip I'm gonna give you is season your beans first. A lot of people will tell you if you season your beans or salt your beans before, then you're gonna get tough beans. That is absolutely false. If you don't season your beans in the beginning, I'm telling you right now, folks, you're gonna have some bland beans. In our seasoning mix here, we have some salt, black pepper, Lowry's seasoning, and some Cajun seasoning. Cajun seasoning I'm using is right here. It hails from Broussard's, Louisiana. Tony Chachere's would be okay to use. Your favorite Cajun seasoning. I do find Tony Chachere's is a little on the salty side. I start out with 1 teaspoon of salt, black pepper, and Cajun seasoning and Lowry's. I start off with 1, and then when this cooks for about an hour, then I will start seasoning again. And again, it's like anything else. Season to your liking. I'll definitely be adding more of each as we go along in this cook. Next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna start out with 8 cups of water. Now, 8 to 10 cups of water is a general rule. I always start out with 8, and as I'm cooking, if I feel like I need to add more liquid, I will. But it's gonna be 8 to 10 cups of water, but I'm also gonna be adding some Better Than Bouillon, which is, it's chicken flavored. Now, if you didn't have Better Than Bouillon or didn't have access to that, then you're gonna use 8 to 10 cups of chicken broth. But another tip that I will tell you, if you go to the store and you buy those cartons of chicken broth, they're not gonna be as flavorful than this right here. So I would go for this before. Now, even better than this would be homemade chicken stock. But who has time for that? 8 cups of water. So we got our 8 cups of water in here. So for every cup of water, you use 1 teaspoon of this. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of chicken Better Than Bouillon. I know that math does not add up, but I'm just putting this in there in case I need to add more liquid later. And you also notice I'm not using level tablespoons either. I'm using kind of more heaping. Trust me, it's not gonna hurt anything. Okay, so there's our 3. Okay, and lastly, 1 bay leaf. I don't like to use 2, I always use 1. I know I didn't tell you this early, but I'm using 1 pound of red beans. Speaking of red beans, let's put those in now. Here's our 1 pound of red beans that have been soaking overnight, and we've drained them off in a colander. Hopefully you can see how wrinkled they are. Go ahead and put those all in. Give this a stir. Now what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna bring these up to a boil. I'm gonna boil them for about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna cut it down to a simmer, and we're gonna just simmer them low and slow for a few hours. We want that creamy gravy that these are gonna produce. We're about 1 hour and 15 minutes in. We've been having a nice simmer for at least 1 hour and 5 minutes. So I let it come to a boil for 10 minutes, then I turned it down to a good medium-sized simmer. But now's a good time to go over and test your broth. See if you need to add any salt or anything like that. I just tasted it. I think I'm pretty on point. Again, another hour, we'll test it again, see where we need to be. But right now, we're just gonna keep rolling and simmering. But remember, what was the first tip? This is a test. Time. We're almost done. We've been going about 3.5 hours. I'm gonna say about another 30 minutes, and we're gonna be golden, and this stuff will be ready to give it a sample. Well, I've already gave it a sample, actually. I added just a tad bit of salt. That's it. I want to remind you too is, I know that somebody's out there is probably going to be going, hey, what about the cayenne pepper? But remember, we used that hot Rotel, and it has habaneros in it, so no need to put in the cayenne. unless you want to. We're 10 minutes out. The last thing I like to do is, got me a clump of parsley here. It's fresh parsley. And we're just gonna give it a rough chop here. And you can add the stems, don't worry about it. The stems are gonna give it plenty of flavor. The sponsor of this video today, I want to thank Dow Strong for providing me with this Valhalla series knife, the Nakiri. Go check it out. Also, the pot I'm using is a Dow Strong pot. They provided that as well. If you'd interested in a knife or some of the other cookware, go to the link below. I'll leave one. You can get 10% off down there at their website on anything. I've been using Dow Strong knives for about 3 years now, and they've replaced all of my cutlery in the kitchen. All right, folks, we are done. We have this plated up. We're ready to give it a go. I've sampled it many times, so I'll try to act surprised, but all I can tell you is delicious. I'm gonna get a little bit of everything. Sausage, beans, a little green onion. Got some French bread here, classic French bread. Cornbread goes good with it, but we're sticking to the New Orleans style, which I normally use French bread in mine, but here we go. Let's give it a go. This hits every single time. You don't have to tweak with this recipe at all. The only thing I would say is it is spicy. So if you're not too much into spice, go with just the regular mild rotel and you'll be fine. Follow this recipe to a T and you will nail red beans and rice every single time. All right, guys, authentic New Orleans style red beans and rice using camellia beans. Do it.